Oh man, I'm loving how all these channels that get thousands of views are just now getting caught up to stuff that we've been telling you here for months. But apparently, since I don't have the right accent or a nice, pretty face, nobody listens to me. But these guys get thousands of views in a day, and they're telling you stuff I told you months ago. I don't know. I think it gives me a chuckle. Um, because just now they're finally, well, they, like I said, I know there's sometimes you want to play cautious, but when you see the evidence right in front of your eyes, come on, we had multiple people, not one, two, or three. We had multiple people who spotted Peter Davison, Colin Baker, and Sylvester McCoy in the Cardiff area back during the filming of the Centenary. And also, apparently, David Bradley was seen as well. And yet now they're releasing this information on some of the other channels, like this was, top secret info that they just dug out from a well. I just, like, guys, how long have I been telling you this? How long have I been telling you about Ray Holman's tweets? Especially about the jacket that he had, cast and crew, well, mainly cast autograph, and he's not allowed to show it till after the Centenary. Now, originally we were hearing October 16th, but now, like I said, Doctor Who News was on it about the October 23rd openings in the BBC America schedule, like earlier this week. And now these guys are reporting it like I just literally flashed top secret news leak. I'm like, I love how the word leak is being put on their videos to get views. And it wasn't a leak. It's public information. You had other people who were showing you this days ago. Oh, man. And they're like, we're so top of it. We're so on it. I like that. And then, of course, they're reiterating stuff you already know. The Cybermen and the Daleks are in it. And like, no, it's like, no shit, Sherlock. It just, and then, they're going on and on about the stuff in Empire Magazine, about they've been sitting there straining their eyes at that, Empire exclusive photo. We think this is Gallifrey. It's like, it might be and it might not be. But folks, I told you about the cliffside regeneration. How long ago? And I still wonder why I do this, because, I've been telling you stuff for months, and yet, oh my goodness gracious. And then people wonder why. All right, back when I had the 2 months off from COVID, I'm gonna depress you all a little bit. I was really in a funk. Okay, there was a time when it was almost 2 months before I made a video or did a live stream. And I know I lost quite a few people when I did that, but I was teetering on the brink of saying I'm not doing this anymore. Because I'm like, you've got all these other channels that, they just either mainly take stuff you've said, or now you've got, reaction channels where they make thousands of views, blatantly, breaking copyright laws. Meanwhile, I show a 30-second clip and use it as fair use was intended, and I get literally copyright struck within seconds. Meanwhile, you've got videos out there of entire movies that sit there for years. Heck, I watched all of the UFO series originally on YouTube. Every single episode was there. Same thing with Captain Scarlet. I was watching Captain Scarlet on YouTube because I had heard about it. I hadn't seen it before. It was a few years back. Yet, I was talking about way back in the day. One of the classic examples was when Berriman did the interview back around the 50th anniversary year. And I even tagged the clip. It was right there, excerpt from this show. And then I said, did exactly what fair use says. I was using that clip to demonstrate my point. And copyright struck. Heck, back during, when Series 11 was due to premiere, for the first time in over a decade of doing this, I was struck for copyright on images. No video clips, images, pictures. And YouTube let them do it. Even though the pictures had already been all over the internet by that time. And I didn't even get the photos off their quote unquote, the stolen photos off their server. I got them off Twitter. They were trying to put the horses back in the barn, well after they've already skipped across the prairie and they're gone, the prairie and they're gone. And that video is still blocked to this day. I'm not going to bother disputing it because it gets me crazy. You've got these channels that have multiple copyright strikes. And all they do is they just re-edit the same video and put it up, and then it's never checked again. Meanwhile, like I said, I legitimately use clips. Hell, it got to the point I know somebody was had a hair up their butt because every video I ever did for a long time, I just used clips of music from the show. And we're talking not even 14, maybe 15 seconds. And then next thing you know, every single clip's being copyright struck. Just for, an opener. And I'm sitting there going, wow, this is almost like when they hit Mr. TARDIS really bad for a while there. So yeah, during that 2 months, I did seriously ponder just not doing it anymore. But, as the doctor said, without witness, without reward. And it's, you just got to keep fighting the good fight, and don't do it for the glory. Don't do it for the fame. Just do it because it's right. I know I do get things wrong. I'm not 100% perfect, but there's things I've been dead right on. I just die laughing when, now they're coming out. I guess, all right. One thing they did have on one channel is apparently, Sylvester McCoy, he loves to do fan conventions. Matter of fact, this is going to be, I can't remember, how many years now in a row he's popped up at Chicago TARDIS. He likes doing fan cons. But apparently at one of these cons, now Sylvester, he tries to keep secrets, but at the same time, he'll spill the beans. Like, that's how we knew we were, getting another master all the way back, in the beginning of the Capaldi era. Because he said that, yes, someone's been hired to do the master, and I know who they are now. If I remember right, he did go out of his way to not say he or she. But this is Sylvester, he just... And now apparently he's done all but say that he's in the centenary. And this, there's a video clip that just popped up, and I'm going to have to go find it because it was in another person's video, and I don't steal other people's video footage. I'll find the clip they used. It'll take me some time. Where, he basically, someone asks him if he's in the centenary, and he just really starts to giggle maniacally. See, I didn't get in this stuff to do it for myself. And I have to remember that. I started doing this all the way back in 2011 or so, because it just got to me how, I couldn't believe how much false information was being dumped out there. And, folks are so eager, for information, that sometimes they'll believe things, that are literally too good to be true. Like I said, because I had swallowed it when there was articles in the Mirror that stated that Gillian Anderson was being brought in to play the Ronnie. And this would have been at the end of Matt Smith's first season. And I'm like, okay. And sure enough, as y'all know, it didn't happen. There was a possibility, because, Gillian Anderson, for the most part, has been living over there in London for years. So, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's just a dog-eat-dog world on YouTube sometimes, and YouTube's gotten even weirder and weirder now with their regulations. Yet they don't enforce the primary ones. Like my other favorite one, reaction mashup videos. And my favorite part is when you click on it, right there at the beginning, if you see your footage in this video, then please message me and I'll remove it. And it's like, what are the chances they're going to see their footage in your video? It's sort of like a drop of water in a sea. And I'm like, so you're using other people's videos to create these mashups, and you've monetized it, which means you're in blatant violation of the YouTube community guidelines, but they allow it. Or my favorite ones now are the guys doing the reaction videos who put the Fair Use Act on every video. It's like, guys, I can tell you right now that won't work. I've done that I don't know how many times when I've used footage and it's automatically struck down anyway. Even when I am following the Fair Use Act and they're not. All right, but just to give you a hint, they're sitting there claiming it's fair use. Now, one of the things that apply for fair use is commentary, information, and all that. But at the same time, what they do is when they're showing you the clips on YouTube, one of the first things, what do they say at the beginning of the video or right in the middle now? Please go to my Patreon for these full-length reactions. So if I pay you money, you'll show me the entire movie. Blatant copyright violation. You can't call fair use on that. But oh well, YouTube basically become a center for commercials now for other people's Patreons. Okay, but I got to get going. I just looked at the time. I'm actually running a minute over. Take care of yourselves today. But like I said, you just got to keep moving forward. To quote Rocky Balboa, in that one, I can't remember which movie it was. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about taking the hits, seeing how, taking the hits, but keep moving forward. And that's one of the best speeches I've ever seen. So be kind, be calm, be safe today. Please, above everything else, be kind. We'll see you all in the future. Take care and enjoy your Thursday. Just one day before Friday, which is always a happy day. Take care.